Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Now we're going to be looking at Evoto's new update version 6, which has got some incredible new features to help with us photographers and our workflow. So we're going to be going through each one and how they used and explaining the tools themselves. So first of all, I want to thank Evoto for sponsoring this video. My opinion is my own opinion and review of the updates they have done, and I'm already been impressed with Evoto because we've used them since April last year in 2024. So I've been using them for about 18 months, and this update has been amazing. So we're going to go through it. So the first update they have done is they have made a few changes to the projects. You can now group them, as you can see here. We have been putting various projects into different groups. So as I do a lot of model-based photography, I've been doing it based on the model, or if we are doing YouTube live. So basically I can find my images much easier now. And what you would do is you would find a project. So let's do a new group first of all. Sorry, there we go. So we're going to go new group. We're going to call this EZI. Okay, and then it's going to come up with a new group, and then all we do, if we go back to show all, we can then go and find EZI, and we can pop her folders into this category here. So if ever I'm looking for any EZI photos, I can find them in these folders here, or if we're doing YouTube lives or any other model-based events. So it's making us finding projects way easier now for us. What I've also done even further is you can now create collections, which I thought was a brilliant idea. Is I've done one of Hannah, who's a regular model who comes to the studio, and you may have seen it in various videos here, is I can now add photos from different projects with her and have a collection of just her photos. So if I need these for our website or social media or promoting further events or YouTube thumbnails and things like that, and I need a picture of Hannah, I can click on this collection and all the photos of Hannah I can now find, and these you can add it in from various projects too. So I can keep adding on to this the more projects that I'm doing with Hannah as we go on. So this has been a really useful first tool for Evoto to be using. So Evoto have added AI Culling now, which is massive for me, but because of the volume of projects we actually do. So I've got a project up, which I'm going to show you how this works. But often when you do photo shoots, you take the pictures, you then select them manually, or you stick them for another program like Aftershoot to actually do this, and then you then import them into Lightroom or Evoto or whatever software to then edit. And the reason we are now really impressed with this is now Evoto have got this in its program. So I'm now actually sticking to one program even more, instead of having to keep using multiple software. So how this works is you would create a project. I've got EZI's project up from our last shoot, and all of the images that I took tethered are also here. And if I wanted to just show EZI some bird images immediately, we can do AI culling. So you can click down to here. Now, as I've already done this to show her images in the past, it's going to say restart culling here, but we're going to do another AI cull. So you get this window pop up, and then what actually happens is you can select how many images you want it to pick. So let's say we're going to pick, let's say 30. Okay, out of the 117. Now, when you do open this window, it will automatically give you a value, which is about a third of the total for it to automatically cull. But you can change this manually. You have an option here to get front-facing images. So anywhere where our model is facing forward, it will also pick. And then the detections that Evoto have added, I'm going to just explain to you now. So you've got closed eyes detection. So this is anyone blinking or looking away, like out of over a tight angle. but mostly blinking. And then the four main ones is under exposure, so where images are too dark; over exposure, where images are too bright; any blurry or out of focus images, and also where you may have image duplication, where basically you may have rapid fired a load of photos. It may pick the best one out, or if you've got a lot of similar images, it will pick the best one. And you can limit these groups. You can put duplicated photos into various groups, but I'm going to keep it as one just for this. If you do have tags already, like you've already manually gone and picked some photos out, you can keep this ticked, keep it existing tags. But if you've just imported a new set of photos, and this is the first cull, you can easily do it. And again, you can still tweak these adjustments later. So we're going to start the cull. So when I did this the first time, it took about 4 minutes for it to go through over 100 images, but as we've already done it, it's already read these files. It will do this much quicker. So we're just going to start the cull, and it's taken about 2 seconds there. I'm going to come up with this menu here. So it's already recognized Ezzy's face. It's picked out 30. So if we click 30, it's come up with the best 30 here. So as you can see, they're all front facing. They're all in focus. They're all correctly exposed, and Ezzy's not blinking, and it's picked the best 30 from how many we'd wanted it to pick. So those are 30. It's also labelled them green of those ones, and it's also given us a 5-star as well on each one. But of course, we can easily change this if we want. We can just use our keyboard and change 5s to 4s, and we can go for it further. It hasn't rejected any, but it has unlabeled 87. So this will include blanks or underexposed blurry ones and duplicates. But we can also go through these, and if we wanted to add any of these in, we can just click 5 and label, and then it will be added to that selection. So, well, when we go down to AI groups, this is Evoto picking out the photos for you. So it's picked out 30. Candid, so what these are photos that Evoto want you to look at and make your mind up on. So out of the 117, it's picked out, after the 30 is already selected, it's picked out 73 that it would like us to kind of take a look at and get our own thoughts on. And then, of course, we can add those in if needed. It's also picked out 14 unselected images, and this is through that criteria of underexposure, overexposure, duplication, and blurring. So it has picked 4 blurred, so it's probably going to be some of these. So those are eyes closed, but there will be a few blurry ones somewhere. Let's just yeah. So that's a blurry one. So it's picked that out. You can manually go through these, just untick the arrows. So these are the 4 blurry ones. It is picked out, and you can easily see that they are all blurry. And then if we go to overexposed, it couldn't find any. Okay, and that's because we did a studio shoot and I had it exposed the lights correctly for this shoot. But it has found a few underexposed ones. So this is where the lights didn't actually go off. And then the rest of these is when I didn't have the lights correctly set up, and I tweaked the lights later on, because we do test shots during our photo shoots. And of course, as always, everybody blinks. It is picked out ones where Ezzy has either blinked or it can't identify the eye. So you can see Ezzy's looking down here. So this is actually a fine image. So if we do want to, we can add it in. Sorry, I can add that image in. So just kind of find it, click 5, and we can add that in. So it is still worth looking through these, but clearly this is a blink. So that would have been picked out. And of course, when I said you can get them at a slight angle, this could have been a fine shot, but obviously as Ezzy's looking away from the camera, it's identified that as a blink. But in terms of the selection, this has been a massive game changer, because what I can do now is when I'm doing photo shoots, I can be leaving this culling, changing lights, models can be doing outfit changes, the clients can be just talking to me about the next set, and within 5 to 10 minutes they can see those images immediately, and they are seeing what's also working and what's not working, and based on what Evoto's picking out, and they can still manually add in their own ratings too and add it to this list. So yeah, it's been really helpful doing photo shoots with this AI culling. And once it's done it once, it can do it much quicker, as mentioned. And if you do get additional images, it will just add that in, and you can adjust the number you want it to be selecting, greater or smaller. With the duplications, it will find a duplication. If you click on the icon here, it can show you all of the ones that are looking very similar. So if you do want to go through those, you also can. But this has been the best thing Evoto have actually done, in my own opinion, is adding this. It is free for a limited time, and I do quietly hope that whatever they are going to be doing next, hopefully it's like included in a subscription basis, because this is a brilliant feature that all my clients and myself have loved. So the next feature Evoto have added is this secondary screen to their tethering. So when you connect your camera to the computer and you are tethered with Evoto, which you would have seen on many of our lives, it now comes up with a live window. So your clients, or if we're doing live, you can now see exactly what we are seeing through this through our camera screen. So this is really helpful for the clients. It's also helpful for me if I'm working on my own. I can look at my image, I can look at the live view on the screen if I'm working here, and I can shoot away. But what was more impressive is you can now do wireless tethering. So if anyone has ever been to my studio, you would have seen that we have a cracked computer screen, and this is because the cable from the computer to the camera got pulled or stood on, and it caused my Mac to fall over. So having this wireless connection tethering is a massive game changer for me personally, because it's one more wire that I don't need to now worry about. So how this works, I'm going to put up a little video using my Nikon Z6 Mark II of how we'd have this set up. So your camera and computer are both linked to the Wi-Fi or connected to the Wi-Fi, and then you connect it with Evoto once it has picked up the camera. And then what happens is, based on the settings that I've just shown you, it will then send your JPEGs or RAWs or both to Evoto whilst you are shooting. Now this has been amazing. I've absolutely loved it, but the only thing I did notice with this is you do need a fast Wi-Fi connection, because if you do send RAWs, it can take up to 30 seconds to a minute to then send over. So if you're doing a client shooting, you take 30 photos, it could be taking half an hour to send over. So what I personally recommend doing is send the JPEGs over to Evoto and then store the RAWs on your card, just so then it can send them over much quicker. And when we have actually done this during events, it's been amazing for my students or for clients to be seeing the images coming through and not having to worry about our tether tool cable getting pulled or stood on or wrapped around other lights and equipment. So basically it's made me more freer to actually work around the studio now, and that has also been a massive change for us. So I definitely recommend giving that a go. So another amazing feature is this AI color adjustment. So what you can be doing is importing photos from previous projects, looking at the new images you actually have, and then getting them to match each other. So I haven't seen anywhere else, but I kind of thought we would give this also a go. So we got our shot of Ezzy here, and what we're going to be doing is adding a photo of Gemma, which we did on a live, which is very similar to this, and then looking at seeing how much it can match it. So what you would do, you go into the AI color adjustment here. Now it has got its own preset ones already built in, but what you can do is also create your own and upload your own images from this. So we're going to go upload references. We're going to find this image of Gemma. We're going to add it in. So you can see how it's similar gel, similar backdrop, and we're going to get this to do a color match. Okay, which it has now done. So it's a little bit bright, but what we can do is we can lower it down, and we can now get a balanced look. So we can balance two images together. So if I was a wedding photographer, this would be brilliant for matching the style and building up a style of photography that actually keeps your work more consistent. And I would have a massive play around with this and start building, go through your images, look at styles and looks you like, and start importing these so that you can then create a consistency with your images. So this has been a really amazing feature to be using, and it's definitely worth exploring. But what I would do is I would have a play around with these ones first and just see what they come up with, and just see what Lotus does to this, and then you can reduce the opacity too, but go through these, have a play. I personally prefer using presets to this, which I've always used and import from Lightroom to Evoto, so I do get that style. But this is another great way of building a consistency of style and edit with your images. As always, Evoto are always adding new tutorials, and they have a wonderful Facebook community where we're always adding our feedback and ideas to improve the software. And what they've recently done, they've already added some more wrinkle tools, which we have gone through in a previous video. But the one that also got me was the hand retouching tools now, because when we are editing any portraits, we are always easily able to edit the face and body and get rid of all blemishes and veins and things like that, but we couldn't do it for hands, so they've now added hands in. So if we turn back to our image, so we've got Ezzy's hands here, and we just got a few veins popping up. So already we can go down to hands, find the hand vein tool, bring it up, and it just reduces the visibility of those veins. And as well mentioned, they've also got a dodge and burn tool to smooth out any imperfections with the skin, so that it balances with the body tools and the facial tools. Now I think it would be quite interesting to also see this with feet as well, because imagine if you're doing summer shoots, walking along a beach, you do get a lot of veins showing in feet. So I'm hoping they'll also bring in this feature very soon. Now, I hope you have enjoyed this video and looking at those examples and the new tutorials. Thank you to Evoto again for sponsoring. This software is brilliant. I would recommend it to anybody. We do have links for you to sign up. It is all free. You can download it for free. You do get a number of free credits also with our discount code, and you only pay for what you export. So I would highly recommend giving this a go. Thank you so much again for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video.